Hello, me or anyone who's stumbled upon this video in the near future or whenever. I'm sure this video will be up forever on the internet. But it's currently October 23rd at about 2:30 a.m. in the morning. I've been up all night, just thinking. I've recently become a full-time father. I'm only 19 years old. Um, it's a lot to take in, you know. I can barely even put it into words how stressful it is. Um, my child's mother has not wanted to stop using drugs, and I'm only 19, and it just breaks my heart to think that my daughter's not gonna have both parents. So I stepped up, and everywhere I've heard that doesn't really happen. I've basically been told I'm the only person that's done that at this age because everyone just wants to party and be a teenager, you know. But recently I've just realized that I need to step up for her. So she needs a support, and I've just seen too many of my past partners or acquaintances, sneaky links as they call them now, just friends with benefits, they have shitty fathers and they've never been around their whole life. I wanted to change that, and give my daughter a flying chance at life because she'd be lost. And, I think she might still be lost without her mother and only having a father. And that kills my fucking soul, dude. It kills my soul. And I'm all she's gonna have. And I've given up my life for her. I'm gonna fucking cry talking about this shit, but I've given up my life for her practically. I just graduated high school in May of 2023. I'm 19 years old. I pay fucking $700 a month in rent, and I work a job almost full time, one day short, 4 days a week, every week, and it's draining, man. It's fucking draining. I don't know what to do with myself. I was told I can't work this weekend because it's winter time and apparently everything slows down in the factory. So I guess I have to start asking to pick up shifts earlier. But I was told I can't work this weekend, so I'm currently just sitting at home for over a week doing nothing. So here I am, up at 2, almost 3 o'clock in the morning, just chilling, My daughter's sleeping in the other room, so I had some time to myself. I don't usually get that anymore, unfortunately. It's like the little kid in me just got drained out in a couple months, and adulthood slammed me in the face. Because I had to step up for her, and I just couldn't take watching her, go into foster care or anything happening to my seed, my daughter, my extension of me. And it's terrifying to think if I fly off the rails, which I definitely could. I'm young, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm trying to pull everything out of me to keep going and keep going on with this shit, I've been in a courtroom 15 times this month, probably. 15 fucking times. And I have DCS, Department of Child Services, in my house every day, checking her, you know, and I moved into my own place, and I feel like I don't even have my freedom, and that's sad. I Whenever you're taking care of a kid full time this young, and then you have that slapped on top of everything, it's a lot to take in and handle. And I have all these different dates in my head that I have to keep track of. I have shit just written down all around the house that I need to put in my calendar, but I haven't had time to put in my calendar because I'm not even home that much because I'm working, or I'm either doing something. I'm either going to the doctor or fucking keeping up with DCS or going to a courtroom to preach my fucking innocence, basically. And I'm fucking stretched thin, dude. I'm literally stretched thin. And my only coping mechanism here and play video games, or I've been researching the Mandela effect all night. A trip, that's felt like the first escape in weeks that I've gotten, other than watching a Netflix series the other night, which that's the first time I've actually been able to sit down and watch a show and enjoy it, and most of the time she wakes up in the middle of the night. I don't even get my night's sleep usually. I'm lucky she's sleeping right now, and I'm even making this video. I don't know why I'm making this video, but I feel like I need to make this for myself in the future, or anyone else going through what I'm going through, because it's a struggle. Whenever you're this young, all my friends are out partying, and it was fucking Saturday night last night. I'm on my Snapchat. Everyone's just posting how good of a time they're having. I'm the same age as them, just fresh out of high school. I'm sitting here raising a 10-month-old baby. Getting woken up out of a dead sleep. Working almost a full-time job with no benefits. The upside to that is I make $25 an hour. Thank God. But I still feel like a wage slave, I don't really get much freedom to myself anymore. I get 3 days off a week, and that doesn't even feel like much to me. And now I didn't even get to work this weekend because it's going into winter time and everything's slowing down. So now I'm trying to find other ways to make money. Do I need to get a second job, or do I need to go DoorDash, Or what? I'm scrambling, dude. And at least I'm gonna make my rent, that's good. But I don't have the extra money that I usually have. I went and I spent over $200 for freaking food. I don't even still starve myself, and I don't eat any of it. I just let it sit there because I don't know if I have more money coming in or not. And I go buy ramen noodles for 25 cents, and then I feel like crap after eating it. And that feels like the only way I can get by without wasting my money. This place is $700 a month in rent. I'm $18,000 in debt on my 2016 Ford Fusion with over 100,000 miles on it at 19 years old. And I go on Reddit and see that people were telling me the transmission's about to blow out, the engine's done, there's coolant intrusion issues, and it's not gonna last another 20,000 miles. Thank God I got a warranty on it, but I look at Ford, and then all their parts are backlogged because, it takes weeks or months to even ship parts in. So I could be without a car for a very long time, even with my warranty. So how am I gonna get back and forth to work? The only good things that I have going in my life right now is I work a job that I get paid $25 an hour at, and I have full custody of my daughter and my own place. But it's terrifying. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how much longer these things are gonna last. I feel like the world's about to go into World War III with how I keep up with politics. I'm pretty young to do that, but I keep up with politics, and all I see is bad shit. And I'm terrified. I feel like I'm about to be drafted into World War III. What's gonna happen to my daughter whenever they take me away? And all of this is stripped from me. You know, I could die a violent death, and that's the end of it. You know, and it's just sad. It's sad, the world we live in. I feel like the love is just running out, and you know, anytime I turn on my TV and listen to the news, or I don't even listen to the news, I listen to podcasts now. I listen to Timcast IRL, or, you know, fuck, even Alex Jones, bro. Something other than, you know, the mainstream media, because it's all lying to you, and I can see that. But, you know, all I'm seeing is I'm under 25 and I can be drafted into World War III at any moment now, because all the stuff with Hamas is going on, and the war in Israel, and now we're in Syria and fucking Iran. So when is Congress gonna declare war, World War III? And then I'm drafted and I'm done. This could be the last time anyone hears me that I'm known. You know, this video right here. If anyone ever finds it, I don't know if anyone will watch this, but I don't know, man. I spent $80 at Sam's, $30 for those two packs of drinks right there. Hopefully it'll last me for a while, but hell, I don't even have any money coming in. I just didn't even get to work this weekend. That's gonna short me about $600. You know, my paycheck's usually around $1,300. I'm only gonna bring in less than $800, and that's just a little bit over what my rent is. Thank God I'm gonna make that, but it's stressful, man. I'm so young, and I just got hit with the real world instantly, and I have another human depending on me now, and it's scary. It's so scary. I don't even know what to think whenever I go about my day-to-day life. I'm basically a zombie at work, you know? I'm just packing cups the whole time and wondering if my time's about up or not. And I come here, I'm bored out. All the video games I play. My video cut off in the last part. What I was saying about the video games and whatnot is everything's just boring as hell nowadays. I feel like everything's just half-made and it doesn't get any love poured into it. So, you know, I come home and I'm bored out of my mind most of the time, and I end up watching politics, and then that depresses me even further. But, I want to lead into what I was saying earlier. One good thing going on in my life is my parents help watch her while I work, and that saves me about $300-400 a week in childcare expenses, and that's great. I'm glad that her grandparents want to stay involved, and my parents are doing everything they can to help me with that. And they've been together for over 20 years, almost 20 years, if not 20 years. And that's made me realize, I need to stay there for her because my parents stayed there for me, and they stayed together for all that time, and they never split up once. I've had two supporting parents my whole life, and to think that I could just leave and do that to my daughter, I mean, I need to stick around for her, for what my parents did for me, and it just doesn't feel right to not give her that opportunity that I was given. You know, and that's a lot to take in. That it's a lot of responsibility, but it's the least I can do to pay forward what I was given in my life to her. I think that's about all I have for tonight. But peace, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night or whenever you're watching this.